What is wrong with the 49ers?
What ain't? You know, so you're asking me now, like, in my opinion?
Like, what is wrong with them? Yeah.
Man, look.
You got to point to one thing.
Coaching / leadership. I understand. Look, I tweeted this the other day, and I got a variety of responses, but because somebody responded with, so you keep comparing yourself to an NFL coach. I'm like, nah, well, kind of, but no, but my thing is, Grant, and to anybody listening, coaching, I don't care what level it's at. Coaching is coaching from the core. Coaching and leadership are just that, coaching and leadership. I don't care how much you get paid, how little you get paid. So anyway, my thing is, and part of my tweet was, there's no way as a coach I'm seeing this week in and week out, and we going out here doing what I'm seeing in practice. There's no way I'm doing that. I damn near not want to play the game or say, no, we're not going to play this Sunday because, no, we're not going to do this. Yeah. You know, so my point is, I don't know. It needs to be Shanahan, bro, just to get all these guys together and, like, look, I've been tripping. I ain't been the best coach to y'all.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna take that L right on the head, on the chin. I'm gonna take that. So with that being said, as a product of that, or a byproduct of that, y'all haven't played at y'all best. So therefore, I'm gonna be a better me to help y'all be a better you. You see what I'm saying? Yep. So I agree. Let's go out here and do this.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look, if you want to be here, cool. If not, bounce, and I'll find somebody who can.
Yeah.
I mean, he do it every week anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
So, you know, like I said, so to me, it's coaching and leadership. I mean, and yes, the players have to play. You know what I'm saying, Grant? And I'm pissed off as a coach because I'm like, this how you doing this? You got us looking bad out here as coaches. Right. So my thing is, you got to fix it, man. And give them a reason to want to fix it. Because right now, they play a very uninspired football.
Yeah. So here's my take. Mike Silver was at the game. Probably the best investigative reporter in the NFL. I mean, like Adam Schefter and Ian Rappaport break a lot of news, but that's just kind of they talk to agents and teams. Like Mike Silver finds the truth about things that teams don't want you to know. And so after the game, he spoke to some player off the record, I guess coming off the field. And the player said, well, frankly, right now, we don't have an identity. And good teams usually have an identity by this time of the season. I mean, we're going into week 9, and you can't say what the Niners do well. They don't have an identity. So why don't they have an identity? As you said, they don't have a leader. There is not one leader on the team. Now, Fred Warner's a leader, but it's hard to really lead a team to a strong season when you're the middle linebacker on a terrible run defense. I mean, what are you leading at that point? You got to worry about your side of your little unit first before you can talk about the rest of the team. So, I mean, I wrote down a bunch of, like, Deebo Samuel, not a leader. Eric Armstead, not a leader. George Kittle, not a leader. Nick Bosa, not a leader. Trent Williams, not really a leader. And then the two quarterbacks, I think they have leadership qualities, but Kyle Shanahan hasn't really empowered either one to lead the team. And then there's Kyle, who is so not a leader. This team used to have them with Buckner, Sherman, Sanders, Staley. They're all gone. That's a big problem. And I feel like the identity of a team usually is formed around the leader of the team, whatever that guy does well. And I just don't see how they're going to develop an identity this year.
Well, I'm telling you what it's going to take. It's going to take somebody. It need to be Kyle Shanahan to step up and say, look, we're going to fix this now, starting with me. So check this out. Let's strap up. Let's go.
It's hard to have an identity when all the moves you make in free agency are let's sign vets on 1-year deals and make a run for the Super Bowl now. And then the moves you make in the draft are let's draft a bunch of red shirts for the future. It seems like that hasn't played well with the fan base. And how could that play well in the locker room? Like, we don't really have a coherent message and plan for this year. Are we in it? Are we not?
What are we doing?
How can you have an identity when you're not, you know what I mean?
Like every day is a question mark. You see what I'm saying? So, and this is something I thought about earlier before I came on here. And now it's hitting me like, because I keep hearing Kyle say, Trey is not ready, X, Y, Z. Whoever want to say it, that crowd.
Right.
And I'm thinking like, so wait a minute. How foolish do you look? Trying so hard to replace Jimmy in the offseason.
Right.
And then trading the farm plus your time here in Vegas for Trey Lance, but he's not ready.
Right. Especially when Fields is looking good. Jones is looking good.
Get out my head. I was just going to say, if that's the case, you should have went with Fields to begin with.
Yeah.
I mean, if you knew he wasn't ready, why give so much to get him right now.
Yeah.
It's
Again,
really blowing my mind now.
Kev, if you have these questions, like we know all Niner fans have these questions, the players have to have these questions too. If you're a vet and you're 30 and you're a 1-year deal and you're thinking I'm here because we're gonna make a run and that's gonna extend my shelf life in the NFL, and then they spend that first round pick on Trey Lance, you're thinking, what the hell are we doing? What the hell are we doing? I don't even know this kid. He's 21. He comes from Fargo, North Dakota. I don't know. What are we doing? I thought we were making a run. Why did I sign here? It's almost like the 49ers sold the vets and the season ticket holders, hey, guys, we're making a run. And then at the last minute, they're
just to get in the building.
No, we're not as good. We're not that good. Yeah,
about that.
Yeah, about that. Yeah.
Grant, like I said, I don't know why it hit me so hard this morning, but I'm like, wait a minute. So we gave up all this for them just to say he's not ready, not playing. So why take it when you did then?
Yeah.
You know, Fields was my guy. I did want Fields. When I heard it was Lance, I wasn't upset. I would prefer Fields, of course, but hey, cool. The boy can ball too. But for you to say he's not ready and how green he is, why give him so much to get him? Especially if you're trying to move on from Jimmy in the offseason already.
Also, I don't trust Kyle Shanahan when he says someone's not ready. I mean, he said Brandon Ayuk wasn't doing enough. And all of a sudden, he's a really good player. Like, I don't trust Kyle Shanahan's evaluation. Like, Josh Norman can do no wrong, but Brandon Ayuk's in the doghouse, and we're supposed to believe him when he says that Trey Lance isn't ready. Maybe you haven't given him a chance.
And, man, like I say, and I say it to anybody who's listening, I wouldn't believe Kyle Shanahan if he told me he had Oreos for breakfast. I wouldn't believe him. I don't know. You got footage? Let me see it. That's how much I don't believe him. But, it's granted frustrating, bro. But to answer your question, it's going to start with coaching and you named a couple of guys who are big name guys on this team, Trent Williams, George Kittle, Fred Warner, guys like that. But my thing is, are they talking? Are they speaking up? I mean, of course, we really wouldn't know, you know what I'm saying? But one of them guys has to speak up and say something. They have to, because if not, this is burning.
There's so many vets on 1-year deals who aren't going to be here next year. Those guys aren't going to speak up. So it's got to be someone who's here for the long haul. And like, is that Trent Williams' personality? I don't think so. Is it Kittle's personality? I don't think so. That was Staley in the past. You heard what Staley said after the show about how the Niners expected. He said it looked to me like the Niners thought the Cardinals were just going to roll over. And what happened was the Niners got out physical on both sides of the ball. He's the kind of guy who would say those things to the team behind closed doors after losses. Like Staley would hold people accountable. Does Armstead do that, or does he lead by example? Does Trent Williams do that, or does he lead by example? You need someone to say something. See,
a lot of people don't understand. I use the term dog a lot. I know you do too. You know what I'm saying? And a dog is exactly that. On the field, I'm a straight dog. Nothing they won't do is you with them. It's never going to be them. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about being a dog, though, that doesn't mean you're automatically a leader if you have that dog in you like that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, Deebo Samuel has a dog in him, but he hasn't taken ownership of the team. He's not leading the team. No one's leading this team. This team is rudderless. And that's what's so frustrating about it, because I feel like if you had some leaders and a coach who was a leader, this team would be 6-2. If Harbaugh was on this team and you had leaders like Justin Smith and Patrick Willis and Frank Gore and Joe Staley, this team would be 6-2, 7-1. Like, and if they did, they're probably not going to fire Kyle Shanahan next year. Although we'll see how many wins he piles up this year. If they were to just replace him with a competent coach who could clean up the mess and get rid of the turnovers and just make it just a more coherent team, they'd win. There's a lot in play.